Hi, I'm Peter Youngblood Hills, and here is my story of fortitude for #SpiritCore. So several years ago, I had experienced some very big losses all at once, and my heart had been left truly broken. And I had read about this pilgrimage in Spain called the Camino de Santiago. It was 500 miles on foot from France to a town called Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port. That was the most well-known and well-traveled route. And I decided to do it. So I flew to London and then through France to a town called Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port. I had new hiking boots that weighed as much as I did and an army backpack filled with everything but the kitchen sink, and I began my walk. It wasn't many days before my body became exhausted and my feet began to really hurt, but I didn't give myself the option to stop. I just kept on walking. My feet got worse and worse, and the pain caused my legs to go numb. And after a couple of weeks of trudging along that lonely road, I was nearly broken. And as I came to one town to rest for the night, I realized that I was broke as well. I tried to use my debit card to pay for something, but it didn't work. To my surprise, all my money was gone. I felt frozen with fear. What was I supposed to do? I was left with nothing in the middle of nowhere. Then it occurred to me, I could only do the only thing I could possibly do, and that was to humble myself and ask for shelter and to be fed. First and second night, people were very welcoming and happy to help me, as it was a tradition to help the pilgrims. The third night, however, I arrived to a town where everywhere I asked, I was refused and ushered on. Near desperate, the sun going down, I was going to sleep in this cave-like place, when a kind pilgrim sat me down, bought me a beer, and gave me some money to stay at one of the local albergues where the pilgrims stay. And at that point I realized that no matter what, I was being looked after. The next day I received some money from my mother, and so I continued on. My feet, however, had become so beaten up that I would often choose to walk barefoot. I could go no further with the boots and backpack that I was carrying. So I used some of that money to ship my boots and most of my gear to Santiago. I bought some cheap sneakers and got down to the bare essentials, carrying only what I needed, and I set off again. I had met my fears, and I had let go of a lot of baggage. I walked through all the vineyards and towns and cities, carrying my heart with me, letting it be healed. On the outside, I was simply getting from one town to the next, but on the inside, I was being molded and reformed so that I could perhaps become the answer that I was looking for. A few days before I reached Santiago, I truly felt like I was walking through all the ages, all the past wars, all the efforts to birth a new world. Like a bird gliding through it all, I was free. It was a big relief to reach Santiago. However, my problems were still my problems, but I was different. I had grown. I had healed. I had learned something in a deep way. There were many moments that could have stopped me from me completing my pilgrimage, but it was faith in something greater than me that really gave me the fortitude to carry on, helped me along the way. So, if you are going on a pilgrimage, remember, always break your boots in first. Take half of what you think you will need, and be prepared to carry on even after you lose everything. So you can discover that life is good, and expect the unexpected when you need it most. Now, share your story of fortitude. Please tag @SpiritSeriesUSA and join the #SpiritCore conversation. Together, we grow.